I quite like these three questions as a way of helping us to move from disciplining on autopilot and just reacting, to take a breath and pause and think about what might be going on in this moment. So these are the three questions to try and ask yourself. So why did my child act this way? What lesson do I want to teach in this moment? And how can I best teach this? How can I best teach this lesson? And again, I want you to hold in mind this compassion and kindness to yourself in thinking about this, because we won't always be able to do that. And we won't be able to do it perfectly every time. We might manage to ask ourselves one question, and that's okay. It's practicing. And the more you do it, the more it might come to your mind.
So is this something that it's more something that you do ahead of time? You think, so maybe after something's happened, you think, this is what I'm going to do for next time.
Yeah, so exactly. Like it's a way of practicing. I guess if something happens and you're reflecting and you're thinking that didn't go as well as I hoped, let me just pause. Why might have they acted like that? What did I want to teach in that moment? And how can I best teach that lesson? And if we're starting to think about that and plan about that ahead of time, obviously each situation is going to be different, but it's helping that to become a bit more fluent and those questions to feel a bit more natural, I think, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
And I think it's, again, really important to remember that when we discipline, it's always taking into consideration where a child is at developmentally, their particular temperaments, because every child has their own temperament, their emotional style, and the situational context. So, what's going on around them, and taking that all into consideration when we're asking ourselves these questions.